All right, welcome back to JMT Art Style. This is JMT Art Style 27, and today we are taking a look at the infamous Lord Vader, aka Anakin Skywalker, also known as Darth Vader. All right, now it's another Darth Vader piece that I have hanging up. This is the actual puzzle, that was put together by a good friend of mine, Shannon Mackey, to be exact, and it's hanging above my wall, hanging on my wall. Many different things that are hanging on my wall. All right, so taking a good look at it. Taking a look at Darth Vader. Now, another interesting thing is this right here. This is the JMT Art Style. I have done this piece right here. And this is based off of the Marvel Comic 3 of Star Wars Darth Vader. It's Marvel Comic 3. And the thing about it is I've based this off of looking at this. Now, as you can see, this guy right here, he has a lightsaber, right? And he has a lightsaber right here, That's the JMT Art Style. Keep abstract in mind, man. Abstract always in mind when you're looking at JMT art. He never leaves out the abstract, oh God, what is it? The abstract, I just lost it. I had a word in my head and then I lost it. Damn it, don't you hate when that happens? But never forget abstract when you're looking at JMT art. Oh yeah, the abstract nope, I lost it again. The abstract aspect. The abstract aspect. Right, aspect. Never forget the abstract aspect. The abstract aspect. Yeah, there you go. All right. So this is what I drew based off of this. Yeah. You see that? That's the Darth Vader art by JMT. I like it. I like it. That's the thing about art is, man, you've got your art that's super perfect. You got your art that's like, really good. But, while you're, back when I was younger, it's a shame that I didn't explore it when I was younger, because if I did it when I was younger, I would probably be so cold-blooded at art right now. But when I was younger, I was like, I can't. I'm not really an art. I can't do this shit. And past couple years, I just started drawing and I've gotten back into it. So, it's never too late, man. It's never too late to start with an idea or things like that. That's the beauty about art. This is something that you could do at any age. And the thing about it is you might look at other people's art and be like, well, I'm not that good, you can't do that, man. Don't compare yourself to other people, man. You are in competition with yourself. You're not even really in competition with yourself. You don't look at people who, you've got no choice but to look at people who are great, and you strive to be great like them. But hey, it's like, what you create is what you create. It's unique in your own way. It's unique in its own way, So another thing I want to share with you is, in this comic book, when Vader's going at it with this guy who's who's worked with other Jedi masters and absorbed their wisdom and things like that. There's a scene in this where Vader is like in a holding cell or something like that. Like he's contained somewhere, and they send water down there to drown him, and he uses the Force to part the water like Moses parted the Red Sea. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I thought that was really, really cool. Yep. So, you know, yeah, yeah. And then there's this right here. I drew this as well. You know, it's not the best. I'm not trying to be the best, you know. Well, I take that back. I am trying to be the best. But the thing about it is this is Darth Vader right here. It's that JMT Darth Vader style, you know. So, all of this and much, much more to come, you know. You know, Darth Vader to me is like something that can actually happen to anybody. You know, people can be seduced by the darker side, possessed by the darker side, and they can go off and do things that they will regret in the end. But we all have to fight against darkness. And I think Anakin Skywalker is a prime example of what can happen if you are seduced by the darker side, if you're possessed by the darker side. And, you know, I consider myself to be one of the lucky ones, you know. I was talking to someone the other day about Stephen King. We're gonna go off in the left field for a minute and then come back to Darth Vader. But I was talking to somebody the other day about Stephen King, and I admired the fact that, you know, in my opinion, I personally think that Stephen King was in danger of being one of those weirdo people who were just like a weird serial killer, you know. But instead of becoming a serial killer or being possessed by the darker side and be getting caught up in all of that as Anakin Skywalker did, he just instead of doing all this stuff, he created different characters that carried out heinous crimes instead of committing heinous crimes. That's a sort of way that someone who could get creative with their art instead of being possessed by the darker side. You know, when some people, when they don't make it with their art and their music or something like that, they go down a really, really dark path. And Anakin Skywalker is just a good reminder of what you could be if you fail to resist the dark side. So, yeah. JMT's art style on Darth Vader. Darth Vader. Yeah. That is right, people. Darth Vader. You know, I've got other Darth Vader stuff around here, but it's just not in front of me at the time right now. So, you know, yep. The JMT art style. All right. We shall see you in the next video.